Welcome back to Piney Grove. I'm Brad.
Deb.
And today's an exciting day because we are one step away from finally graveling the front of our mega shed. We've got a load of road base here, and we're gonna take that road base and we're gonna spread it out on top of this graded dirt that we have here. And then next week, and in the next video, we're finally gonna put down limestone gravel. So Deb, what do you think about this process, and how excited are you to finally cover up this mud?
Well, getting rid of the mud is going to be a wonderful thing. I do now know that the road base is crucial because when we did the folks' driveway, the road base holds in the gravel, and that driveway is packed so tight. So I'm excited to see this whole process done and complete, and it'll be cleaner. It's got the sandy, gravelly stuff, and it's got the bigger rocks, and it works together, and it just holds together, and it holds that gravel in place. And like I said, that driveway for the folks, it is tight and it is packed, and you walk on it, and you drive on it, and it does not slip.
What that is limestone that's mined right from the quarry. That is the run that comes out when they blast it and mine it, and then they screen it to get what's called 57 gravel, which will be the top layer of gravel. So we're gonna get on the tractor here, or I guess I'm gonna get on the tractor here, spread this out. We gotta get a good even spread across here. I think we have enough. Even if we don't have enough road base, that'll be fine. We'll just order more 57 gravel. Put this drain pipe in last week, and we put a little bit of dirt on top of it, but we've had a rain since then, and the pipe actually floated up. So we had to take it back out, dig it back down, and now we're gonna put some of that road base on top of it so that it won't raise up again before the next rain and before we put the actual 57 rock on top of it. Put a whole bunch on top of it and then scrape it off later, because I don't know if it's going to rain between now and the time we get the 57 gravel, and I don't want that to float back up again like it did last time. Good friends Tony at Tony's Tractor Adventure and Brock at Rock Hill Farms would say, "Woo, doggy, it's hot out here." Just this morning, I was watching Ed over on My Cluttered Garage. He was spreading some 57 gravel, and this is road base, not 57, but the concept's the same. And he was doing a real good job of going up to where he wanted gravel and kind of shaking his bucket and backing up and leaving a nice layer and then grading it. I guess I'm just not good enough to do that. What I like to do is just go up to where I need the gravel and then dump a whole bunch of it and then use the heel of the bucket back here to kind of grade it going backwards and, you know, kind of cut off that hump and then carry that with me as I go. Now, when I get the 57 gravel, I'll try to feather it in a little bit like Ed did, but for the most part, I like to dump it and then backblade it. So leave a comment down below if you've ever graded gravel. What's your preference for grading it? But this is coming out really good. I can feel that it's a little spongy, so I'll have to pack it with the tractor, but that's what it's made to do. That's why those fines are there and those big rocks are there so that it will compact. So Mrs. Piney Grove is off camera. Come over here, babe. What do you think?
I think, as always, you're doing a wonderful job, and I think this looks great, and I think there's still a whole bunch of dirt left.
He's calling it dirt, but we all know it's gravel. I've got a little hole over here, and I don't want to put a bunch of gravel over here when I only need it in this little section. So I'm actually going to use the shovel, which I don't want to use, but it'll make less of a mess. And what we're trying to do is just peanut butter spread this. We just want a couple inches of this road base. If there's some areas where maybe I've overdug with the excavator that are maybe 4 or 5 inches deeper than the rest, we want to fill those in, but for the most part, just peanut butter spread this across and then compact it.
Bet it doesn't taste as good as peanut butter. Did you tell the fine folks about this? Last week we came in, we put this pipe in these 2 drain basins and hand dug it, and then we filled it back in, and we came out here today, and what little bit of rain, and it was just a little bit of rain that they got here, popped this end up, so he got to pull it up and dig again. So I don't know anything about tractoring or spreading road base, but you think, oh, you just dump it out, run over it a few times with a tractor and that'll be that, but it's time consuming. He's been out here for probably 45 minutes to an hour, and it looks great, but It's gonna be an all-day job. That's why he opened the door to Pop's shop. Right there. He's packing in that dirt with the tractor tires. Wouldn't have been able to do it that efficiently had he not been able to go in the shop. I'm always grateful when the birds mesmerize Bella, because that makes it easier for me. Got Bella, I got Brad. Speaking of Brad's tractor, it doesn't have a name. I think it needs a name. What do you think his tractor should be? It doesn't have to be something along the lines of Precious, but what do you think his tractor should be? Oh, by the way, I named my zero turn and her name is Spunky. Oh, I was slacking and I didn't get the dumping of the first load of road base in front of the shed. Better watch it, I'm gonna get fired. Oh, I guess I'll catch the first scoop on this side, or the first scoop on that side. There's a lot of finesse that goes into this. It might look like to somebody that doesn't operate a tractor that he's just taking the bucket and smacking it down and pulling it, but he changes the angle of the bucket, he changes the height of the bucket and how hard he's pushing down on that road base. So it's a lot more technical than maybe it looks like. Here we go, another scoop. Half of it's gone, half of it's spread. Means he's only got half left to do. Might not be an all-day job after all. So he's got the portion in front of Pop's shop done. And he's also got this area predominantly done as well. He's feathering it out, so guess he's gonna meet in the middle somewhere, because he obviously can't do this yet because that's where the dirt is and he can't back up to grade it. I know it's like a puzzle to figure out how to get it all spread efficiently.
All right, guys, Deb says I've been at it about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, and I got, I think, about half of the pile spread. But I'm kind of fearful that I'm gonna run out of road base, so I'm trying to put it first exactly where I know it's needed, because there's some areas here where we could put gravel right on top of the dirt. But where we transition from the asphalt driveway over there to the new limestone driveway that we're working on now, I wanted to make sure there was good road base there. Obviously in front of the shop door there, I wanted to make sure that had good road base. And then here in front of the mega shed, we got to really be technical with that transition. You can see how much is left of the pile, and there's definitely more than half has been spread out. So I think we're gonna have enough, but barely enough, but it definitely is telling me that we need 2 loads of gravel. I see you chasing Bella and watching me, and I think talking a little bit to the camera. What, where's your head at now that we've done about half of it?
It's been interesting to watch because in my mind, you were gonna start here and you're just gonna work your way back, right? Well, you can't because the pile of dirt is there. So it's been interesting to watch your thought process and watch you put your puzzle together. And I was also telling the folks too that I don't think people really appreciate the fact that when you're grading with your tractor, it's bucket angle and it's pressure and it's depth and all that. So it's technical.
But the reason I'm doing it in this puzzle-like fashion is because I don't think I have really enough to do 2 or 3 inches across the whole thing. So I just want to make sure the areas that need it get it. and we can skip some areas if we have to.
Well, I got him to stop long enough to eat a sandwich. Right back at it. See how he tilts the bucket to get that angle that he wants. Oh, I thought he was going to put it in the middle. Nope. Oh, there he goes. Yep, it was for the middle. Getting just the right angle on there. So you put it on there without getting it on the concrete and wasting any. Look at that pile shrinking. Good and bad. Good that it's shrinking. Bad that all this middle area still needs to be done. Look at this pile. This pile is shrinking rapidly. I know he's probably getting nervous about now because this pile is shrinking. But like he said, it's not a big deal. We can just get more gravel. As long as this road base goes in the crucial areas, it'll be fine. But I still know he wants it to come out perfectly. I'm sure that road base has so many smells. Fascinating if you have a world-class nose like she seems to. I think he's going to be okay. I mean, he's got a lot of this done. The pile's in the center. Put a donut around the dirt pile, but there's still a decent amount of dirt. I think he's going to be okay. It might be a little thinner in areas than he wants, but oh, she's shrinking. Comment right now. Do you think he's going to have enough road base to finish this, or do you think he's going to run out? Bella is now all the way across the pasture chasing a cowbird. I don't know if you can even see her. She's so far away. Way out there is my Belle. Okay, we're down to the final inches of our dirt pile. I think he's going to have it. This is the final inches, but he's done a great job, and it looks like just this portion. And we all know how a little bit of dirt seems to go a long way, so I'm going to assume it's going to be the same with road base. I think he's going to have it. See that angle? Him change the angle of the bucket? He knows his tractor. This is going a lot faster than what I thought it was going to. I'm a little bit anxious and curious to see him fill in that one spot right there that needs to be filled in. Oh, there it is. He went over it. That one little spot right there, that's all that's needed. I wish he had a mic on so he could talk about what he was thinking right now when the pile is gone and he's doing the final grading. And he's got that one little area. I think he's pulling dirt from other areas to try to drag it all the way down. Sure looks good. Really anxious to see this all graveled in. It's been a multi-step process. And it's been a multi-step process during the hottest times of Florida.
That's about all I can do with the tractor. There's a couple spots like we talked about earlier where there's not enough road base to cover everything. But what we have to do lastly is use the shovel and make sure we don't have too much road base here. It looks like right here. And what we're trying to do, and we're not gonna unravel this, but we'll throw up a picture here of what this looks like. But this is 2 inches tall. It's Vevor GeoGrid. It's a geotextile that'll hold our gravel in place. But you can see it's above grade here. So we're gonna shovel this out above the grade and get the tractor bucket in here and pull it out. Because what we want is enough gravel to fill these grids and barely cover them. So from this side, you can see that there's a ledge right here. We just have to dig that down a little bit, and that's all road base. So we dig that down. So that's about 1/2 inch below the top of the concrete, and then we'll be done. That wasn't too bad. We went along here with a hoe and a rake and got this down, and you can see now that we got the Vevor geo cells down below the grade. So now we can fill these with gravel, and we have a little bit of gravel can go on top, and you should never see these geo cells. But that's gonna do it for today's video. You got any closing words there, Deb?
I'm just glad we're one step away from this being done.
But this is a 3-year project because this building was built 3 years ago in 2020, almost exactly 3 years ago, and it's taken us that long to do the gravel driveway. But we sure appreciate you watching. We'll throw up a couple links here to some of our other videos. But until next time, remember, life's short.
Be kind.
And tractor hard. Take care, y'all.